Hey guys, this is the Savior, and this is my unboxing and quick impressions on the new Moto G third generation. I've been loving Motorola devices so far. This new iteration of Moto G, just like the others, packs a whole lot of great features. The best thing in Motorola devices is the value for money factor. This is a 16GB model with 2 gigs of RAM, which cost me around 13,000 Indian rupees, which is about 195 US dollars. So that's a great bang for the buck. Talking about the highlights, similar display panel from last year, that is a 5-inch 720p display. Could have been a 1080p, but isn't a deal breaker for sure. IPX7 water resistance, which we will get back to in a minute. 13 megapixel rear camera with dual LED flash for more natural colors. A 5 megapixel front facing camera for the selfie lovers. A Snapdragon 410 processor overclocked to 1.4 GHz backed up by Adreno 306 GPU. And a very important feature on the software department, that is pure Android experience. Jumping inside the box, we are greeted with the device itself. Let's keep that to the side for a moment and have a look at the other goodies inside the box. Here we have a charging brick which has 2 USB ports, so that's a nice thing. A micro USB cable, standard Motorola earphones, and some paperwork that is also available in Hindi exclusively for the Indian version. So that's about it. Now let's take a look at the device itself. Dual SIM, 4G enabled, that waterproofing that we talked about earlier, which allows the device to survive 3 feet of fresh water up to 30 minutes. The back has a new texture to it that makes the device feel great in hand, and here are some instructions for the back panel. In the middle, there is this new metallic strip which houses the camera alongside the dual tone LED flash, below which the all-time classic Motorola dimple resides. As we flip to the right side, we have the same position for the volume rocker and the power button, which again is having a different texture just like the back. This is nice. When you hold the device in hand, you know immediately which button is which. The device is quite identical to the second generation Moto G, with headphone jack on the top and the secondary noise cancellation microphone. On the bottom we have the micro USB port. Both these ports are protected with the coating, so you don't need any flaps for the waterproofing. On the front of the device, we have a front-facing speaker, not speakers, just a single speaker on the bottom, which is adequately loud, so it's just fine not having dual stereo speakers, although I'll miss them. Up top, we have the front camera and the sensors beside the receiver. Removing the back, you get access to both micro SIM slots and the SD card slot. All these ports are protected by these rubber gaskets for waterproofing. So let's have a look at the software now. As already mentioned, Motorola has gone for pure Android experience with just a couple of useful features on top of the stock Android. This near stock experience gives 2 advantages, that are, you can use your phone the way it was intended to be, and more importantly, you get quicker updates as compared to the devices that are heavily skinned. The Motorola features that are included are Motorola Assist, which you're probably familiar with, Actions, which is quite nice. You can double chop your device to turn on the flashlight, and twist your wrist to open the camera. The last feature that they have included is the Moto display, which gives you the notifications at a glance when you pick up your device. You can tap to see your notifications without having to turn on the screen, which can be a battery saver. Now the camera on this device is a bump up from the previous 8 megapixel to now 13 megapixel rear facing camera. It clicks quite decent pictures with natural colors and enough detail. HDR seems to work great as well, creating the right balance in lighting and exposure. The front camera looks pretty high quality as well. The low light shots aren't the best, but I'd say decent enough. Sensor of the camera is same from the Nexus 6, but due to processor limitations, you only have 1080p recording at 30 fps. In my opinion, this camera is hands down the best camera for the price tag. Anyways, to sum up this video, I would have to say that Motorola has done a great job in putting this phone together with a sturdy build quality, great software, decent hardware, and on top of all that, water resistance. Talking of which, I think it's time to test that too. The device seems to be working great inside water, and there's no issue that I'm seeing with it. So these were my first impressions on the new Moto G. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one.